Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, bitches and dicks, to Chaos Radio on RadioGoneWild.com. This is your host, Big Ben Apocalypse, and my co-host.
The Rod Man. What's up, people? How's
Yeah,
your week going? How was it? Let us know. We appreciate the emails.
yeah, we kind of made an unscheduled stop. We were on our way back up to Indy for the Super Bowl, and we decided to stop in Birmingham and get this location out of the way.
Super Bowl week is upon us.
You're listening to episode 5, our 5th episode, and yeah, the Super Bowl is right around the corner. We're missing a lot of crazy events downtown. I guess somebody got stuck on the zip line.
They did. Halfway through it, some lady
Yeah, crazy shit.
hanging upside down looking stupid.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me when I was in Gatlinburg back in, this would have been 2004. I was down there on vacation for the weekend, and you know those ski lift things that they have down there in Gatlinburg? Well, the ski lift malfunctioned, and this was on CNN. It was on national news, and they had to rescue everybody that was on there one by one, and I was there to witness it, saw the CNN trucks and everything.
That's
Shit was
crazy.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. It's like when you go out and you think you're trying to get laid, and all you end up getting is a sandwich.
No shit.
That happens a lot.
What a disappointment.
Very disappointing. It better be a pretty damn good sandwich. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Excellent sandwich. Hey, people. The Radio Gone Wild, we have a great fishing video up on YouTube. You can also watch it on our homepage.
Damn straight.
It'd be down on the bottom right-hand side. It's really, really cool. It's called Hoe in the Net. If you go to YouTube, Hoe in the Net,
That's
with
it.
an exclamation point. You don't have to put that in. We done tested it. Just Hoe in the Net. Check it out. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's nothing staged. It's true.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and you yourself can bring our video view from 11 to 12. So definitely check it out if you get a chance.
So, Ben, as we rode into Birmingham, did it remind you of Birmingham?
A little bit. I mean, about as much as it did last time when I saw Birmingham.
I just, where's all the stands selling ham? I haven't seen any.
Right.
I don't get it.
Uh-huh. The clay's still red.
What was that? Brigham Young's half brother, and he broke off and called himself Birmingham.
Right. Makes sense to me. Oh, shit.
Oh, by the way, we're proud of our fishing video. 11 hits, people.
Oh, yeah. We're getting up there.
But it is awesome. It should be, once it gets seen and word spreads around, I'm sure it should get a few more hits. We're hoping.
It's fucking hilarious. But, you know, there's about 4 minutes of the video. I think it even goes into 5 minutes where it's just trying to pull the fish in. So if you want to skip past the quiet parts of the video, then skip into like 4 minutes into the video. Then you'll see where the comedy starts to set in.
Yes. Unless you want to see an awesome fish fight.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It is pretty good. You get to hear the drag scream, and you get to hear nature in the background because it's in the middle of the summer. Well,
Yeah.
we're basically fishing at a pay lake that they put in the middle of the Hickville, USA.
No shit. And it was hot. It was like, what, 98 degrees that day, and nighttime didn't change too much.
No,
It was brutal.
no, not at all.
And there's also a couple of videos that I'm going to be putting on our website in the next couple of days. One was me almost getting hit by lightning, and I was at the Indy race last year, the Centennial 500, and I got a few videos to put up on YouTube and all that good shit. So I'll get on
Don't
there.
invite the apocalypse to a race if you're planning on winning it.
No, because I'll heckle the shit out of you.
And not only that, but you might end up dying further down your career.
Maybe.
He's been to 2 Indy 500s in his lifetime. Dan Weldon won both of them. I rest my case.
Very true story.
Very true story.
And yeah, I went in 2005. Danica Patrick, her rookie year, she took first place, first time female ever did in history. And then I went back again the second time in 2011. She did the same thing, second time in her career. She took first place, didn't win it. And the same 2 races, Dan Weldon won the 2005, and he turned around and won 2011. The only 2 races I've ever been to, and that crazy coincidental shit happened.
And then he suffers a fatal accident in the last race of the year out in Las Vegas. But
Yeah.
that's just a tragic story. Racing has a lot of tragic stories. It's a very dangerous sport.
It definitely is.
It's very dangerous. That's one of them cliches. This could at any moment be your last moment. That really holds true there.
Yeah, it does.
Of
Yeah.
course, it does everywhere else. Naive British people.
Oh, big time.
They're so pompous. These fuckers. You need to get your heads out of your asses over there. For one thing, you're too fucking pale.
No shit.
We're white, but you're extremely white.
And
So stop being that fucking white.
yeah, and try to work on your comedy too.
Definitely. You guys are so. Tell them
I
about the
mean,
British fuck that sat next to you at the 500. This crack you up, people.
yeah, this motherfucker. I think his name was Jeff or something like that. Some old ass dude. He was from southern England. He apparently had a beach house and pretty well off. And he had a hotel that was downtown that overlooked the Indy 500 parade and bird's eye view. He told us about that, and so we sat right next to him in the stands. Well, we got there about 6 o'clock, but he didn't show up till about 9. Well, the stands were still pretty much empty, and he was there. He showed up, and his seat was next to ours. Nobody around us, and he sat right next to us, like shoulder to shoulder. It's like, dude, you got some room to stretch out in. But so, the race was getting underway. They were pulling the cars out, and the pits were starting to get kind of amped up. And he pointed down to the pits. We were only like 5 or 6 rows up from it, and he points down at the pits and he says, "What is that down there?" And we're like, "Well, what are you talking about? The cars or what?" And he said, "No, just the whole stretch right there." We're like, "What? The pits?" He said, "Oh, they're what? They're the pits? Yeah, they're called the pits, dumbass."
Yeah. And here's what I didn't get. He said that they've watched the Indy 500 over there for years, and he just wanted to come and witness it in person. Would they have it muted? Do they not understand the cars will be stopping in 2 laps for their last pit stop? But
Right. I don't know what his deal was.
get
But
your head out of your asses, British people. Gosh damn it.
no shit.
You're making the rest of the white people look like they're not white, so get with it.
Yeah. I mean, you used to dominate the world, but not anymore.
No, you're too pale.
Yeah. And too pompous.
Way too pompous. You're just letting shit pass you by like the sun. That's the first thing. You need more sun. Get more sun.
Uh-huh. So, Rob, man, if you were to torment somebody, who would you torment, and how would you go about doing it?
Well, I think the greatest torment you could possibly do is catch a common housefly,
Uh-huh.
tear its wings off, and set it free.
Yeah.
Talk about being fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up.
So that's kind of tormenting,
Yeah.
torture-like.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
How about you?
Well, I'd probably would have to go with, Anderson Cooper. I think he's a douchebag.
Coop.
Big time douchebag.
We love you, Coop. Check the show out, baby.
Actually, no, I
Might
actually
turn
take.
your hair back brown. That's from the gray bush, fucker.
Well, actually, I'll put him at a close second. I'll have to go with Nancy Grace.
Oh my God.
I would torture her bitch ass.
Nancy. They need to get her off TV, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the most horriblest shit I've ever. My God.
she's a bitch.
Quit watching, people.
I know.
Let her get fired so she can take care of her twins and not some fucking nanny.
Yeah, if I was to have to pick a way to torture, I probably would get a pair of fingernail clippers and just keep clipping at her skin until she bleeds to death.
Ain't no shit.
That'd be fucked up.
Ain't no shit. The type of person you ain't even allowed to fart within a certain zone, only her.
Oh, I know.
I can't stand that shit.
Fucking bitch.
Strange weather, people. It's 63 degrees back in Indy. We were
Yeah.
just checking that out on January freaking 30th. You got it. I mean, really? And back in the 60s again tomorrow? Really? I mean, it's nice, but man, it's scary. It really is scary stuff.
Yeah, it's 62 degrees here in Birmingham right now.
Yeah.
It's sunny, but I mean, how's it the same in Birmingham as it is in Indy, being like what 700 miles away,
I
give or
have
take?
no clue how that worked. Now, see that now, back when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
that's how it worked. South was warm, north was cold, and that's basically what it was.
It's the way it should be.
And it's not like that no more.
No,
well, I
not really.
remember days last year where there were times I think we actually were warmer than Tampa Bay on a couple days.
Yeah,
Now,
and
how
that's
the
weird.
freaking fuck does that work?
Well, I know that. I mean, being living in Tampa Bay for about 4.5 years, fucking
By the
And-
way, that phone call, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
yeah.
it's still warm in Indy. Go ahead,
Alright.
Big Ben.
Yeah, but speaking of that, the weather in Tampa Bay, well, at least in St. Petersburg, it never got over 100 degrees. Its record high was 99, but Indy's definitely been hotter. I think its record might have been, 118 or 115, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
well, our heat index, we went over 110 last summer, 47 times on the heat index.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Hit triple digits air temperature, the regular temp, 3 times, and it was pretty. Well, I just seen a story, an orange farmer out in California, 96 years old, still active.
Wow.
The crop is freezing.
Yeah.
It's only the 6th time he's been an orange farmer for 76 years that this has ever happened, and he said it's never been on this level.
You know, how
out
the
of
hell?
The 6th.
How does that make sense?
I have no clue.
I mean, you know, we were actually, speaking of oranges and all that shit, we were watching a video that happened in Florida on I-75, and I'm sure some of you either remember this if you're listening to this later in the future, or if you're listening to this now, this is like probably one of the top stories that's going on right now. This crazy-ass pileup that happened outside of Gainesville on I-75 killed 10 people.
10 people.
And
from a brush fire and fog.
Yeah, and they got they actually have a 911 recording of somebody on the scene, and we'll play just about a minute or so of that, and you know, see what the hell that sounds like right before we go on break, and here it goes. Okay, here we go. Here it goes.
What's the address of the emergency? I think we're on 75, I-75. Yeah, I'm going to have to let you go. We have a lot of lines ringing right now, but we do have help going out there, too. And another accident. Okay. Oh, my gosh. What just happened? Tell me what happened. Another accident. Another accident going northbound. Okay. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. And that was a truck. Okay, and what kind of truck? Like a semi or a pickup? You can't see. You cannot see. It's like impossible to see. Oh, my God.
Damn.
Oh, my God. What is going on? Okay, we are getting help out there, okay? Oh, my goodness. How many vehicles have been involved that you've seen so far? We cannot see, ma'am. We cannot see. This is the third one now already. How many people would you guess are injured?
It's the fog and smoke people.
Another one. Ma'am, that's 4. Okay, that's 4 vehicles involved. How many people are hurt, do you know? Okay, hold on. We're hearing another one. He stopped in time. Oh, God. I would say it sounds like trucks, so it would be 3 trucks, would be 3 drivers. Okay. And I don't know the one coming southbound. I did hear the police coming, and then I can't hear anymore. Oh, my gosh. Is anyone... Another one. Damn it. Oh, my goodness. This is bad. You know what it is? Because they can't see? Yeah, that's what it is. Is anyone pinned or trapped in their vehicles, or is everyone seeming to be able to get out? Ma'am? This is the 10th one now. Okay, that's just 5 in a row. Okay, is anyone pinned? We can't tell. Okay. Are there any obvious injuries? Nothing that we know. Okay. Stop it.
And I'm going to pause that real quick. It's showing us a video of this, and you can go to CBS News to watch this video, but, I mean, there's semi-trucks, there's cars, everything is just completely burned to the ground. I mean, it was all on fire, and it just looks like a nightmare of a scene.
Just amazing. Very horrific. Yeah. Very horrific.
It just looks crazy as hell.
Renders
is there any serious bleeding that you can see?
Just insane.
Yeah, but you know what? What if, I don't know, girls. I don't know where I'm going. You don't know where you're going? Oh, my God. How many vehicles? Yes, ma'am. And was that another one? Yes, ma'am. Okay, how many vehicles now? 16. Okay. You can hardly even see your hazards. Okay. Here comes another one. He's coming too fast. Here comes another one. Oh, yep. See? There it goes. That one is a bad one. Okay. All right. Okay. You're doing good. Just keep yourself out of traffic, okay? Try to direct people out of the road if you can, but I want you to keep yourself safe. That's the most important thing, okay? You're doing such a good job. Just stay with me, okay? I know this is very traumatic. I need you to keep calm.
Yeah, that was pretty much the video. We're coming up on break, so we got to stop it. But, I mean, that was most of it. But, I mean, that was our first news thing that we've picked. And I know it's pretty depressing to listen to, but, wow, that was so fucked up.
And our hearts and prayers go out to the families that lost someone in that. And just really horrific and very chaotic. What a scene.
Definitely chaotic.
You're listening to Chaos Radio, people. We'll be back after this short break.
Yeah, listen to this commercial. Drink this shit in. Hopefully it'll lighten the mood a little bit, because that's fucked up.
The Great Clip brought to you by The Awful Show.
The following infomercial is paid for by shitsphere.com.
Honey, do we have any Pringles left?
No, dear. I'll go to the store tomorrow. Why don't you eat some of those low-fat, no-salt Ritz I bought you?
Hell no. They taste like shit. Are you tired of all your snacks tasting like crap? Are you sick of having to leave the house to get a snack when your fridge is empty? Is your asshole burning from all that anal leakage caused by Olestra? Well, then we have a new product that will blow your ass away. It's shit on a stick. With the Poolicious shit on a stick, you'll never say, this tastes like shit again without really meaning it. Hell, if you're gonna eat something shitty, why not go for the real meal? I mean deal. Shit on a stick is full of shitty goodness and packed with all the roughage the body can't digest. It will satisfy your hunger without giving you any of those unwanted calories. Best of all, the shit comes from you. All you have to do is buy our 10-pack of wooden shit spears, drop a load, and grab your next shitty snack. Regular old sticks can be found anywhere, but our non-slip shit spears can be found only on the web at $9.95
Shitspear.com.
If you act now, we'll rush deliver to you 2 of the 10 packs of shit spears, and you'll get all of this for half the original price. That's right, only $4.95. For all orders placed in the next 5 minutes, we'll also include our shit flashcards with brilliant color images of all kinds of shit so you and your kids can play the always popular Match That Shit game. Folks, it's fun for the whole family. Shit on the stick comes in all varieties like plain and peanut, but that's not all. Be sure to try some shit with corn essence. Don't take our word for it. Hear what one of your favorite celebrities says about our product.
Shit. The cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. Motherfucker!
So the next time you're hungry and a Snickers won't satisfy, don't drop your load and flush. Grab a shit spear, fish out that shit and eat it. Consider it your duty. Shit on a stick. It's shit-tastic.
The following advertisement was brought to you by shitspear.com.
For more, visit theawfulshow.com.
Welcome back to Chaos Radio, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to give a quick shout out to, well, you know who you is. You definitely know who you is. No doubt about that.
Yeah, you know.
So just smile.
And wave.
And definitely wave. This is the Rod Man with my co-host, the Apocalyptic Bean. We finally got our groove back, I guess you'd say, after that. That was very horrific, and I'm very sorry that 10 people lost their life in that.
Yeah, shit was fucking nuts, I guess. Crazy shit.
It was really, 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 really out there. Really out there.
Well, you know, on a lighter mood, the Rodman was telling me right before we did the show about the most expensive fast food menu and the location and place in the entire world.
Yes,
and
it was in Sweden.
Yeah, and it was a McDonald's.
A hamburger, a regular hamburger, you know, the 79-cent things here, a regular fry, and a regular soft drink. $17.08.
Shit, that's expensive.
American money.
Fuck. I mean, I knew that there was a McDonald's up in Barrow, Alaska area, but I couldn't imagine it being much cheaper than that.
Well, hell, you'd have to take a loan out for a Big Mac.
No shit.
That's ridiculous, man.
Wow. Fucked up.
$17.08 for a Happy Meal without the happy.
Yeah, no shit.
That's fucked up.
Just to think you can go to a restaurant and buy a nice steak for that much.
And people, get over farts. It happens. It's a natural occurring thing. I got to thinking the other day how people think, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. They farted. Well, yeah, I'll get over it. People fart. The earth even farts, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah. I mean, look at Old Faithful. Well, that's kind of pissing, but...
That, and I mean the earth, just the methane that it releases.
That too.
It farts.
Right, yeah. Which, you know, everybody, they need to get off their high horse with this fossil fuel bullshit. It didn't come from dinosaurs.
No.
I mean, that's just nature's waste. It's
that's all it
nature's
is.
Sewage.
That's Earth's blood. Oil is Earth's blood.
It really is.
Without a doubt. There's no way. You know how how much oil we use?
Right. Well, see, like, this is... I mean, I came up with this concept all by myself when I was watching this bullshit, especially when the oil spill happened. But when you're drilling for oil down into the Gulf of Mexico and it's thousands of feet below the ocean surface, how in the fuck did dinosaurs get down there underneath the ocean, a mile underneath the ocean 65 million years ago?
And
it doesn't make sense.
And for the oil to be as plentiful, when they all disappeared, were dinosaurs so thick that when they died, the corpses, stacked 1,000 miles deep?
Right, yeah. I mean, were there oceans of dinosaurs that were just laying there waiting to get broke down?
I mean, come on, people. Wow. Make up your own conclusions about things. Science is a great, beautiful thing, but sometimes they just kind of crack me up on some things.
Oh, I know. I mean, all oil is just organic matter that broke down. It might have taken thousands of years, but it didn't take no millions of years to do.
It's got something to do with the Earth's inner workings. There's no doubt about it.
Right. And people think that it doesn't replace itself. I mean, how many billions, if not trillions of gallons of fuel does the entire world as a whole consume? I mean, there's only so much that would be available if it was not replaceable.
People, we float around on a liquid ball.
Exactly. It's called magma.
Yes, if we're not, if you,
Or oil.
magma, I believe magma, that all that goes on underneath the earth can produce oil.
I think it could. Yeah.
In certain areas, it mixes with another chemical or another, and that's what produces it. And it's never ending. It just it just keeps there's no way we would have, there's no way.
And the Earth is kind of like a giant machine. I mean, there's plate tectonics that are moving, and the Earth is rapidly it's changing rapidly in universal terms. But,
yes, think
I
of
mean, to us
gears
it's slow. But yeah, I mean,
moving around each other. The Earth's plates do the same thing.
Right, and the oil is probably the Earth's lubricant, if you will.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just to kind of keep everything moving the way that it moves.
To where it don't break off and disappear.
Exactly.
It allows it to go back into its natural form after it does its shelving of. I'm sure people know that earthquakes, a fault line, one part of it will move up and over the other one and then expand back down. Voila, earthquake.
Yeah, and sometimes
they rub against each other and it tilts.
Yeah, the plates do.
And earthquake.
And I did learn this on one of those earthquake documentaries, that if there's a really earthquake prone zone, and if they haven't seen any earthquake activity for weeks or months, that means that the plates they're still moving, but they've hit like a kink, or if you will, and it'll build up that pressure and build up, and once it gets to the point where it'll break through that kink or that obstruction, that's when a major earthquake occurs.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here about a month ago in Ohio, they were blasting. I think they were. I'm not real sure, so don't quote me. But it either had to be coal or rock quarry, a coal mine or rock quarry. But when they were blasting the earth up, it kept they were registering a tremor all the way up to 3.0 on the Richter scale.
Wow.
Well, they couldn't figure out why. And then they finally put 2 and 2. Every time they were hitting it, you know, making a detonation, they were digging over an ancient fault line that ran through that part of Ohio that they did not know existed. So the explosion from us, you know, blowing the ground up was activating this fault line.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Very incredible.
Wow.
So men can make earthquakes.
Yeah, I suppose they can.
Makes you wonder, huh?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how many of you are in the Midwestern area, but we've got the new Madrid fault line to worry about.
Maybe one of the second scariest.
Definitely.
In the entire world.
And they say that could actually become our first 10 in the world that's been registered.
Yes. Well, they actually believe before Richter came up with a way of measuring the earth trembling, that it has changed the flow of the Mississippi 3 different times, the landscape of the river, made it wider, made it narrower. It even, I mean, they believe that this fault line in the past has already had 3 10 plus.
Damn.
That if they would have been able to have measured them in that time, they would have definitely went over 10 on the Richter scale.
Wow. And the buildings that are around here, I mean...
We're the Midwest and the South. We don't build earthquake buildings.
Yeah, and brick buildings are like the worst when it comes to earthquakes, because what's that concrete material that separates the bricks that keeps them in place?
Oh, mortar.
Yeah, mortar. I mean, that shit will just shatter like glass whenever it's been shaken.
If it goes, CNN, well, it's going...
They'll have their fun.
It's going to be not good. There's going to be a lot of devastation.
And, I mean, cities... I mean, look at Louisville and Cincinnati and Indianapolis. I mean, these cities are built from brick.
Yes.
And these cities will completely level to the ground.
But we've looked into this a lot and studied the mechanics of earthquakes. And people on the West Coast, you have gotten so complacent. But listen to me. It's going to happen out there. That state, that whole coast is... I believe it's going to become its own little land someday. You know how they say how California is going to slide off into the ocean? I really believe it has that potential.
Yeah, just a matter of time. It's like Escape from LA all over again.
Move, people.
But I mean, earthquakes, I mean, that's just a drop in the bucket of disasters that we have to worry about. I mean, look at the mountainous island that's off the Canary Islands out in Western Africa.
Yes.
I mean, scientists are saying that will absolutely slide into the ocean when that volcano erupts again.
Yep.
And when that happened, they said that can produce up to, 1,500-mile tidal or
A
tsunamis?
1,500-foot high tsunami.
Yeah,
That
insane.
would totally devastate the East Coast about 48 miles inland.
Right.
And the water could surge as far as 300 miles inland. But basically, the East Coast would be gone.
Yeah, Florida would be gone.
Oh, yeah.
The Caribbean would be gone for the most part.
What's Florida? Sea level? 4 above?
It's
4 feet?
Let's see.
Really?
Probably the highest in the main part of the state, like the majority of it, probably 75% of the southern part of the state. I would say that the top of it might be 40 feet above sea level.
Okay, so and 1,500 foot high that's going to hit the coast itself, and Florida's gone.
And Central America would be fucked. South America would be in deep trouble.
People, and you can check this out. We have a good site that you can check stuff of weird nature. I don't know if you're familiar with Coast to Coast AM. Very interesting program. We'll give our props to them.
Big shout out.
Love you, George. You guys are doing a great job there. And there's just a plethora of information on anything that goes boom or bang in the night, and definitely on earthquakes. It covers space, a lot of paranormal stuff if you're a cryptozoologist, but it's an excellent program most of the time.
Yeah, that reminds me, I was listening to a podcast. It's called Foul Mouth Radio. I'll give a shout out to those fuckers, but they played this video on there, and I'm sure you remember this from 1997. Art Bell had a guest on there because he's fascinated with Area 51.
Yes.
And there was somebody who worked in Area 51 was scared to death on this phone call. It sounded really legitimate.
Oh, the one that flew into the area?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was saying that, Area 51, there are aliens there. They're not what you think they are. They're interdimensional. I mean, it was pretty fucking freaky.
So there was a light that, like a bay opened, and a light emerged from it, and it was headed towards him, and then that was it. No more. You didn't hear nothing else. Now, it could have been a hoax, but he actually had I think it was his girlfriend.
Okay.
She emailed Art Bell.
Okay.
Told him the guy's name, the type of plane he was in, so he would know it was him when he contacted the show.
Right.
And they cleared all the lines, and somebody contacted the show, and...
Damn. Well, and there's scientists out there, and even NASA has a grading system for intelligent life. It goes from a 0 to a 5-point scale, and of course we're at a 0.
Yes.
But I think it's like a 3, or maybe even a 1 point. What they would consider for a civilization would have the ability to control the climate and the weather.
Yes.
And a 2 on a 1 to 5 scale or a 0 to 5 would be the ability to control the movement of the Earth, the earthquakes, the volcanoes. I mean, this is like massive, huge ass advanced technology.
Well, sure. And if you want to check out something that they've already got that people speculate might be already doing that, it's called HARP.
Right. It's HARP.
HARP. HARP. Just like the harmonica or the instrument you play, but read up on that, people. We really need to wake up, people.
Yeah, there's actually some claims that people think that Velcro might have come from aliens.
There's a lot of aluminum foil. There's a lot of things.
That too. All those weird little things.
Microwave.
Microchips, maybe.
Well, if you notice, 1900, compare it. I was once told that they believe that information from, alien life, they give it to us so many decades, so we don't get too far. And I get to thinking about that. If you really honestly think about that, we jump about every 20 years, something comes out that kind of makes you go, or wow.
Something big, too.
Yeah, where does this come from, I mean, first it was lights, and we had running water. I know this sounds... And then we had telephones, and then we had radio, and then we had TV, and now we have computers and devices that... it's got to be coming from... Yes, like you heard him say, we're a 0. And not that we're not intelligent, we are, but we're raw. We're not even close to... the 5 point. It'll take billions of years to achieve
exactly
that number.
Yeah, and I mean NASA doesn't. I mean obviously NASA doesn't know that these kind of beings, well, not that we know of, exist out there, but there is a big possibility that. I mean, just think about it. Where would we be a billion years from now if we kept advancing the way we are?
Yes, it would be incredible.
I mean,
we would look foolish today.
Yeah, we would.
They would look back on us, and they'd just be shaking their head constantly, because they'd be like, "Really?" Like we do. Early man.
Right.
What made the brain flip and go smart? There was a spark somewhere. Was it God? Where did they come from? Not really sure. Hey people, we're coming up on a break. Chaos Radio.
If you are a musician and would like to hear your song played on our show for free, send us a link to listen to your song. Your song must be uploaded onto musicalley.com before we will consider your song. This prevents fuckers from sending us viruses and fucking up our kick-ass show. If we select your song for the show, and if you have your own website, we will provide a link to your site under our music page. So help us help you and send us your music. Email us at contact@radiogonewild.com and put my song in the title. We will only reply to you if your song is selected. A downtown fire station does a routine monthly testing of their own fire alarm systems. The system short circuits, ultimately burning the fire station down to the ground. The fire chief said in an interview, "We just had no warning. Sparks were flying from the ceilings, sockets, and overhead lights. We only had enough time to get ourselves out of the building," end quote. They did forget to grab the firehouse Dalmatian and he did not survive this terrible ordeal. Since there was not enough time to remove the fire trucks, the two neighboring buildings also burned to the ground. The city building inspector is being highly criticized for not being on scene and not previously finding the fire station not being up to code on their fire alarm systems. An investigation is still underway. Wanna send us a fucking photo? Upload the picture onto your fucking Facebook and tag Chaos Radio Gone Wild in the photo. We'll see if it's fucking good enough to earn a spot in our website photo gallery. If it is, we'll credit the picture to you and we'll even give you a link to your fucking website if you even have one. If you want to send us a message, send us an email because we don't fuck with Facebook messaging. Ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chaos Radio with your special host, the Apocalyptic Bean.
What's up?
And not so special, the Rodman. Hey. We're packing up, getting ready to leave for Birmingham, heading back to Indy, Super Bowl. We hear the city's just gridlocked with human flesh.
Big time, just packed to the rafters.
Human flesh, just human flesh. Ben, anything caught your eye while we were at break? Came over the telly?
Well, I did come up with a couple of topics to talk about, if that's what you mean.
Yes.
As far as, well, first of all, while we were on the break, I closed the notebook and was gonna go out and take a shit real quick and review my notes and everything, and I realized that on the cover of the notebook it says it's made in Brazil. That's fucked up.
Rainforest people.
Yeah, we're using rainforest paper.
We're not going to name the company, but it comes out of a state in the South. Yeah. Michael Jordan's from there. Do your look, do some work. That'll help you. That'll give you something to do. Find out where Michael Jordan's from. You'll find out where this company exists.
I'll give you a clue though. It rhymes with Carolina.
It does. And it's just a little bit north of the South one.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and during the break we were talking about Earth-like planets that they found, but where we were getting at with that was that I was telling the Rodman during the break that the probe that's on its way to Pluto is actually the fastest craft that we've ever built, and it's called New Horizons. It's going to arrive on July 14th of 2015. This is the first time we will ever see Pluto close up and get actual high definition images of it. So it's going to take 9 years for it to get there, so do the math.
Yeah, ain't no lie, man. That'd be 2021. That's opposite of where we're at right now.
Fucking A.
I hope everybody's enjoying their last 300 and odd days left of civilization. I hope everybody's enjoying it. I hope every day seems like fucking 10 years.
Oh, I hope so.
And it's all good. I hope it's good. I hope it ain't bad shit. Bad shit's always happening to everybody, and it gets people down. And
Well, you know, I got to thinking about that, though. Who's to say that there will ever be a December 22nd? What if that's the day where time actually stops and never moves ever again? Not that we're locked in time, but the day just never ends and we never age.
it's just one day.
Yeah, just one day forever. Kind of like a dream you never wake up from. That'd be pretty fucked up.
Well, what happens? What if? Wow. What happens if you're in this serious lovemaking session when this happens? And so that's what that day would consist of forever. Like when you went into that room, she's begging. She asked you for a quickie.
Uh-huh.
And then you end up having to fuck her forever. It never stops.
That'd be another way to look at it.
Could you imagine, like, 28 million years from now, you're still pumping away?
Oh, my God.
You've lost all your hair.
Yeah. You've gained like 800 pounds of solid muscle. You're just rock solid hard, and her pussy is just tore up beyond recognition.
There's no pussy left.
Like her pussy morphed into her asshole.
And you can't stop because it's one continuous day forever.
They're keeping. I came 364,426,000 times.
I can't do this anymore. My shit is so twisted.
I was bled dry a million years ago.
And it will not stop.
Well, that'd suck when she hits her period.
Oh my God, it just don't
Damn.
stop, man. It don't stop.
Yeah, I know.
She probably gives birth out her butthole.
Damn. I don't know. The other way I was looking at was just a day that just never ends. I mean, it runs like every other day does, but you never go to sleep. You just, I don't know, kind of like a heavenly type thing where you just live out your day. You don't get tired. You don't get hungry, but you're still on the earth. You're still living. But like, say it hits high noon or whatever that time is on December 21st of 2012 when that's supposed to happen. But when that time goes, like all the clocks stop and time itself stops, but everybody can still function and do shit. Like animals are still going to eat each other and all that shit.
yeah, we gotta have animals eating each other.
Yeah.
That'd be fucked up if they stopped doing that.
Fuck yeah.
Gee whiz. Hey, I want to give a shout out to no particular animal, but sorry that we have to eat you guys. I wish it was just a plant and fruit thing, but it ain't. We do have to eat you.
Sounds good to me.
You know what,
I'm
man?
hungry.
If you was ever at a seance,
Uh-huh.
who would you bring back and why?
A seance. Define seance.
Well, it's where you call up a spirit from the past. Evidently, any spirits from the past. I don't think there's a spirit of the future. That'd be fucked up. Hey, this is you, man. You died 10 years from now.
That's where space and time get fucked up because theoretically there are future spirits.
You know what? That's how seance would happen to me, too. It'd be my goddamn ghost from 15 years later telling me how I got so fucking dead.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well, I mean, if I pick somebody in real time to bring back who is dead already, I would definitely go with Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah.
So you're saying he's dead?
Well, on the earth he is.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess that was kind of a fucked up response.
You want a mulligan?
Yeah, I'll take a mulligan. Virgin Mary.
Virgin Mary. There yes, I think
there
so.
We
You
go.
know, she appears on food and refrigerators and walls and.
But that would kind of suck though, because when I asked her a question, be like, "So, what was your life like?" English, please. I don't speak English.
Well, how about this? Everybody always wants to meet somebody great. I guess I would want to meet now, and totally normal, but the dumbest person that ever lived.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Or maybe meet the person who fired up the first joint. How many plants did they go through smoking before they discovered weed?
And how long
Something
did
like
they
that.
smoke the wrong plant because they thought other ones looked better and died?
Yeah.
Hit us up at contact at radiogonewild.com. Tell us what you think.
Well, you know, in all honesty, if I was to bring somebody back, I mean, like, seriously, I'd probably bring back like a scholar, like maybe Da Vinci or Einstein or Copernicus, Galileo, Plato.
George Bush.
Yeah, George Bush. Dick Cheney, because we already know he's dead and walking.
Yeah, I know shit. I don't think he
Wheeling.
was alive anyway. I think that was like a weekend at Bernie's shit.
Yeah.
I think Cheney was a fucking robot.
He was up on strings or something.
Yeah.
He's a mobile version of Stephen Hawking.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is so crazy. You know what? I was thinking about something about all how tax dollars provide this, provide that, how much school costs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Fish, actual fish, live in schools.
They do.
Do they ever get done with school, Ben?
I don't think they would. I mean, they travel in schools, they eat in schools, they fuck in schools, they
My
breed
next
in
question
schools.
is, I myself as a fisherman take this pointed hook,
Uh-huh.
doctor it up with whatever. Now these creatures are in school 24/7, correct?
Right.
But I still win. Why?
But you still win? That's a mystery. For all you listening, if you got an answer to that, hit us up. Because I don't know the answer to that question.
Are the other fish not watching this fish hooked? What's going on?
Well, they're just beyond retardation, I guess. I mean, well, a goldfish only has a memory span of 2 seconds, right? I mean,
Yes.
maybe other fish are like that as well. But at least for the carp, I mean, isn't a goldfish a form of carp?
Yes,
or
it is.
related to the goldfish?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Your common minnow is related to the carp.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Like your crappie minnow, your shiners, yes.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yes, goldfish is like I guess it's like the god of fish that people hate.
Uh-huh.
They used to eat goldfish live back when they protested in the late 60s. And
Yeah.
I guess still some fraternities around the country probably still practice that, the goldfish swallowing.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure they would. Somewhere.
Yeah. Well, you know, before when we were talking about those planets and shit, about the ones that could support life and all that.
The ones that they just recently found.
Yeah. Well,
12 light years away, by the way.
Right, pretty close.
Very.
But they've actually found enough planets that they think. Now, what we're talking about planets that might harbor life. They're the ones that are in the quote Goldilocks zone, which means that they're not too close to the sun or not too far away, but it's in the perfect zone to have liquid water to
Right.
exist. Okay, so they have estimated. They actually came out with this. They estimated that there's 150 million planets in the Milky Way that are in that Goldilocks zone, and that means that one out of every 1,333 stars will have a planet close enough to their star to support liquid water. Now, take the 150 million planets in the Milky Way and multiply that by the estimated 200 billion galaxies in the universe. If that estimated number is correct that they have, that means that there are an estimated 30 quintillion planets in the universe that could support life. And if you don't know what a quintillion is, that's the number 3, well, because it's 30 quintillion, a number 3 with 19 zeros after that.
Exactly.
That's a big fucking number.
The only one that can think of numbers like that's Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Basically, that
yeah.
number is so mind-blowing. And that's life-bearing possibility
that are
planets.
in that zone.
And
with the
this is
possibility, yeah.
now listen to this though. That's going on how we think life would have to exist, correct?
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. Let me break this down. If you think that number is too big, let's just say that only one of those 150 million Goldilocks zone planets, just one of them out of the 150 million, actually had life on it. That means that there would still be 300 billion planets in the universe with life on it.
300 billion.
That's only one, and that's not one out of 150 million stars. Period. That's only one out of 150 million that are in that Goldilocks zone.
Yes.
That's hard to fucking wrap your head around. I mean,
Very
that's
hard.
Wow.
Well, you know, he's getting on Bill Gates. I seen where he's worth, I think about 59, 60 billion now, something like that. You know how it fluctuates one way or another. Even at 300 billion, if they sowed one, each planet that had life, for $1 billion, and Bill Gates spent all of his 60 billion, there's still 240 billion planets left that had life on it.
Yeah, that is incredible.
And and it's way beyond that.
Oh, it has to be.
Way
It has to
beyond
be.
that. It has to be.
And
Well, I'll give you an example. You tell me, Ben, how back 4,000 years ago, pyramids cropped up in the Middle East, in Africa, in Europe, in North America, in Central America, in
Mars,
South America.
the planet Mars.
Who
But,
came
yeah, that's
here?
interesting.
Who came here?
Well, I think that it started with Egypt, and Egypt delivered the knowledge around the world because they did travel around the world. People don't fucking think
They
otherwise.
had to. Them records
But-
have just not been found.
Exactly. Now, how the Egyptians got that technology, that's That's to be determined. But it had to have come from another planet. I mean, that's way beyond possibility, and it's more than probability. I think that's what happened.
It had to connect all over, everywhere, in cultures that couldn't even speak to each other.
Right.
An Egyptian couldn't speak to an Inca. A Saxon couldn't speak to a Native American. I mean, just the language barrier. There's no way they could have communicated how to build and how to do. And it's all over the planet, and they're all in the same time zone. There had to be something that came from somewhere. Even if it was us. It might have been us.
Oh, definitely. It could have been. But
and we landed all around the world at once. Poof.
That's very true, too.
And we were into pyramids at the time. Power of the pyramid, people.
Because we had the technology then, but just word of mouth, just us digressing, because we didn't have that alien technology available to us anymore. Over the next 1,000 years, we probably would have lost that knowledge. And
definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a great pyramid book out there. What's that one pyramid book? It's kind of off the, why are the pyramids all over? But it's a story of the pyramid over in Egypt, the Great Pyramid, and it's a pretty fascinating book, and me and Ben just accidentally ran across it. You need to look it up, and it's well worth the buy because it's an excellent read. What was the name of that?
Well, I believe what you're talking about is a book that I wrote. It's called The Egyptian Diamond.
Yes. Check that book out, seriously.
Definitely. I did write it. I published it. It's available online. It's on shop.com, target.com. The main site that it's on is publishamerica.com because that was the publisher I went through. But it should be available until the end of next year before...
and it's blowing up, so you do need to act.
Oh, and it'll be a rare find in the future because I don't think I'll make another release of it.
Buy a copy, contact us. We'll try and gather up a book signing party someday, and we'll sign your copy for you.
Hey, I'll put a link on our site, so
but check it out.
Yeah, and you buy it through our site, I'll sign the motherfucker for you. How's that?
Very, but pyramids are very fascinating.
Definitely.
Very, very fascinating. I want to tell you what, we're coming up on our midway break here. Hope you're enjoying the show. This is Chaos Radio, people.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Two.
If you have a skit, a story, prank call, or any other type of audio file, send it to us. We take any type of audio file you have. If we select your audio file, you will get a shout out on our show. If we select your audio clip, you will receive an email with the show and date your clip will be played. Upload your audio clip to freesound.org. Send us the name of the file and a link to our email at contact@radiogonewild.com with my audio file in the subject line. The crazier, fouler, and more profane, the more likely it will get on our show. Must be an MP3 format. You must be the creator of your audio clip. We do not take copyrighted, altered, or duplicated material of any kind.
And welcome back to Chaos Radio. This is Big Ben Apocalypse and the Rodman chilling on the way to Naptown here in a little bit. Just getting ready to leave Birmingham. And during the break, I was looking over my notes, and I forgot to mention that, this is going back to the astronomy shit we were talking about. Even though the Milky Way is 100,000 light years across, I mean, that's pretty fucking big, people. The 200 billion stars that make up our Milky Way and the 150 million possible life-bearing planets in the Milky Way makes up only 1/70,000th of our observable universe. Not the total universe, just observable. So, our observable universe is 1/10,000th of the total universe that we can see.
Wow.
And so, in essence, our 200 billion star galaxy that is 100,000 light years across makes up only 1 in 1.7 trillionth of the complete span of this physical universe. So that is 1.75 trillionth the size of the universe. Our galaxy is. That is 0.0000012 zeros, 57% of the universe.
Can I break that down in English real quick for people that? In other words, take olive oil and Popeye. Olive oil, Fat Albert, pull their britches down, compare asses. Now, go.
Yeah. Well, basically, what I was trying to say, if that got too technical for all of you, the universe is basically 1.57... let me say that again. The universe is 1.57 trillion times larger than our galaxy. That is fucking massive. And if this is true, That means that although we can only see 1/10,000th of the universe, we can still theoretically observe 4 quintillion stars from Earth.
Wow.
That is 4 with 18 zeros behind it. That's how many stars that we can actually physically see in our universe if we zoomed in enough. So that also means that we can theoretically, physically observe 20 million galaxies.
Incredible.
Just from the Earth.
Is that not incredible?
Wow. And even though that's 20 million galaxies, think about it, people, that's still only 1/10,000th of the universe.
1/10,000th.
Fucking nuts, man.
Anybody under 1/10,000th?
But yeah, that was my rant. I wanted to get that off my chest because it was driving me fucking nuts. So
People, we're not alone.
no, we are not alone.
We are not alone.
If you think we're alone, then wake the fuck up because you're ignorant as fuck.
And yes, we may have everything might be one creator. I buy that.
Me too.
But we're not alone.
No, we're not. We are definitely not. And you know, also another one of those fun facts that I could read off for you real quick. I learned from an Ohio State University professor, his name is Richard Pogue, that oxygen molecules are highly reactive on the atomic level, which means that they'll bind together with almost any other type of molecule. Now, oxygen is the third most abundant element in the universe, and hydrogen is the number one. There's like 90%, about 90% of the universe is hydrogen. Now, with oxygen being the third most abundant in the universe, what do you get when you mix hydrogen and oxygen together? You get water, which means that water is probably the most abundant liquid in the universe.
Without a doubt. I've read where there's even like water vapor in space in certain parts of it. Sort of like our jet stream here on our planet. Only it's just in space. Just in space.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. I mean, they have actually, I believe they found traces at the very least of water on every single planetary body in our solar system.
Oh, without a doubt. Ice, that's water.
Yeah. Hey, did you know that Saturn receives only 1% of the sunlight that we would receive? That's how far away Saturn is. Fucking crazy shit.
That would look, what, pre-dawn?
Oh, definitely.
At its brightest?
I mean, it might look like what Venus looks like from here.
Wow.
Maybe.
Our moon would actually be brighter on a full moon night here than the sun would be there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. It would definitely be like that.
That's a dark day, people.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dark day.
I mean, that shit's crazy, though. Oh, here's something that's pretty cool. The Galileo probe in 95 orbited Jupiter, and the main antenna, it failed to open. So they worked on inventing an algorithm that would allow images to be sent by the smaller antenna on the Galileo to us so we can get pictures from Jupiter. Now, they use a thing called compressed imaging, and all of you YouTube users and all of you internet video users would know this because that is how you put your videos and shit on YouTube. Now, this technique literally made it possible to view YouTube videos on the internet by doing that fuck up from Galileo since they couldn't get that main antenna to open. Therefore, we invented a way to embed videos on the internet.
Wow.
Crazy
fuck
shit.
up advances. How crazy. Now that's an intelligence that I can't explain.
So, yeah, I mean, I can get off of the astronomy topics. I mean, I've got endless amounts of shit to talk about with that, but, you know, I could save some material for a different fucking episode.
Well, it's a vast subject, so...
Oh, it is.
You're probably going to hear it from time to time here.
Especially from the apocalypse, because I'm just apocalyptic with universal topics.
Totally apocalyptic. Hey, hit us up with an email, people. contact@radio...
GoneWild.com.
Check it out, people.
Oh,
Give us a shout out.
Fuck yeah. And you know, if you know a little bit about the universe or some shit, hit us up, because nothing is more chaotic in existence than our universe. It is the most chaotic thing imaginable.
Absolutely chaotic. Think of the ocean and then just a million times that.
Oh yeah, and that's even an understatement.
Yeah.
You know, there's more stars out in the universe than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth. Try to drink that in.
Yeah, think of sand. Every grain, there's more stars.
Right. Even table salt. There's probably more salt. Now get this. There's enough salt in the oceans to cover all the land in 6 feet of salt across the world. There's probably more stars than there are grains of salt in the ocean. Probably.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, shit. I mean, if you want to put that in perspective, if you can try and take a grasp of that, take some salt, just pour a little bit into your hand and take a look at it, and imagine that being grains of sand because they're about the same size. Now there's more grains, or there's more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on the Earth. I mean, that's fucking incredible.
It is incredible.
And there's no life out there but us.
Yeah. Exactly. I had to fess up. I've had to buy tampons before.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh,
Way
damn.
back in the day when things couldn't get out.
Okay.
Got the honey go do this list and get this, and it just happened to be on there, and I swallowed my pride. I done it.
So was it embarrassing or?
No, not really. Not what I thought.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been a big deal to me, but.
You've never had to buy tampons before, Ben?
No, but I have bought condoms a few times here and there.
Oh my! Well, same
you know,
thing.
Yeah, kind of in the same ballpark, I guess.
Yeah, one keeps the other one active.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing when somebody as old as your grandma's fucking scanning that shit because they know you're about to get your fuck on.
Yeah, that ain't no lie, and their false teeth fall out in their pocket.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, man. Men, don't be afraid to buy tampons for your lady.
Oh, no shit.
Nothing wrong with it.
And any of you out there that are, 5'1", might weigh 80 pounds, and you buy those like XXXL king size condoms, I mean, get with it, people.
Please.
What the fuck? Hello, you're on Chaos Radio. You're our first caller. Hello, this is Betty, and I want to interest you in a new hot product. Well, we lost that bitch. Fuck her, I ain't talking to that motherfucker. Shit.
What the hell was that? That was
fucking
incredible, people.
Telemarketer, man.
Jesus Christ. You know, I've heard a report that women are missing their pussies. And
Really?
they've noticed that there's an extreme amount of dick and balls that are just all over the place. What the fuck? What's up with this phenomenon?
There's like what? Well, I know there's a little bit more pussies out there than dicks, but you know, there's roughly 3 billion dicks and 3 billion pussies.
But they're physically missing.
Oh, they're actually missing.
Missing.
Wow, like they
were just missing.
Like they were roofied, knocked out, done surgery, black market, woke up without a fucking dick.
No, a pussy.
Oh, a pussy.
The dick and balls are showing up everywhere.
Okay, I got you. Like it was surgically inverted or something.
No, the dick and balls are just loose, randomly laying around the place.
Oh, shit.
But the pussy's missing.
Wow. That's a pretty fucking crazy-ass incredible story.
Yeah.
I hope you all are listening to this shit because it doesn't get any more raw than this.
Well, it's just something that you got to think about. Ladies, get them ID'd.
Definitely.
That's the only thing. Wear sunscreen and get them ID'd.
You know those microchips they put in dogs? Get one of those for your puss.
Definitely get one of them for your puss. Anything else caught your mind, Big Ben?
Well, I know we're getting about, what we at? Probably about 5 minutes till the break, give or take. And I just wanted to let everybody know that we're going to be enjoying the Super Bowl festivities coming in to Indianapolis tomorrow.
Definitely.
And, you know, we've actually got our score predictions. We're not going to read them tonight. You're going to have to listen to the next show. But we have our predictions for the Super Bowl. And we're going to talk about some of the history of Indianapolis, some of the things Indy offers, and some of the festivals and all that bullshit that they're doing downtown. A lot of celebrities are in the area and all that. So there's just a lot to talk about on our next episode.
Since the spotlight's on us, we're just going to kind of keep it rolling is what we're going to do. But it
Definitely.
Should be a very fascinating show. Maybe you'll get to understand what a Hoosier's about.
Exactly. And, you know, there's more to do here than just the Indy 500, and we're going to get a little bit into that on our next episode. So definitely listen in. I'm sure by the time you're listening to this, the Super Bowl episode's already going to be on there. So just when you're done listening to this, fucking click on that shit and drink that shit in, because that shit's it's going to be so nasty. It's going to be awesome.
Drink it up. It is going to be nasty.
Just take
But, you know,
body
we
shots.
have turned into a grand metropolis now. It's not a little cornfield fed little... And you know what, though? Nothing like Southern hospitality. I'd like to give a shout-out to Birmingham, Alabama, and all the people in it. Thanks for your support and welcoming us, making us feel like we're at home. I'm loading up the bus now, trying to find the popper.
Well, we've been here long enough. We've
Yeah.
already had our tires stolen 4 times, and fucking bus got broke into. And damn it, Pete, and your fucking new friends and shit.
That's crazy, but the food rocks. Nothing like soul food.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, Birmingham's right on point with that shit.
Definitely
Really good
on point.
Your weed sucks, but your food's great.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. This is what Bud and Pete's supposed to be doing. We haven't seen them for 2 days. I'm loading everything up as we're speaking.
Oh yeah, we're trying to get this shit wrapped up as soon as possible. We got into a lot of shit. We did some bar hopping here and there. We drank in the city. We saw some sights and all that shit. And we were doing more visiting in the city than we were getting ready for the show. So we're trying to wrap this up the last minute because, I mean, fuck, it's Friday night already. We got to be in town for the Super Bowl on Sunday.
And we heard its body, it's like a log jam of bodies. People actually could not move.
Oh, I know.
It's that mad.
It's like Mardi Gras times 10.
Times 100.
100. You heard it right here on Chaos Radio. And there's many ways you can contact us. We're on Google+, Chaos Radio Gone Wild. We're on Facebook, Chaos Radio, first name, Gone Wild, last name. We're also going to be on Skype. I mean, seriously, just write this down because we want you on the show. We want you to be a guest on Skype.
Please write it down.
And our name, it's very simple. It's the same as our website name, Radio Gone Wild. It's just one word, and that's what you'll use when you try to find us on Skype. That's our username. We will log on to Skype at 8:30 in the evening, and we'll stay on until 11 o'clock at night. And if you want to be a guest on the show, you definitely have to get a hold of us at 8:30 just to make sure we can get you queued in the system so we can do our sound checks and do all that bullshit, all the technicalities. And remember, it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's in the United States for all you foreign motherfuckers out there.
That ain't no shit. This is for Andy. People, we love you. Thanks for listening to the show. I'd like to give some special shout-outs to some very special people. You live really far west from here. Appreciate everything that you do. We got some people that seem to show a little interest in what we're doing. Podcasters out there, keep it up. Anything's possible.
Definitely. And if you're a podcaster, which by the way we're giving a shout out to you'renotav.com. It's URNOTAVE.com. So definitely check them out if you're trying to build up your status.
It's a growing site and it can help you and you can help them, so check it out.
Definitely. And check out the submissions section on our website, radiogonewild.com, and the submissions is at the top of the page. If you are a podcaster, definitely hit us up.
Definitely. Indy, we're coming home, baby.
About fucking time.
Chaos Radio.
We're out.
To view our schedule of cities that Chaos Radio will be visiting soon, check out radiogonewild.com and click on Schedule. RadioGoneWild.com is the ultimate website for Chaos Radio fans. Download all our episodes, check out upcoming episode locations, view our photo gallery, check out ways to interact with the show, discover music played on the show, and so much more.
RadioGoneWild.com's main page contains all sorts of awesome shit, including the video of the week, photo of the week, the weather forecast for our upcoming show, our weekly survey question, and much more. So quit wasting your time bullshitting with other stupid fuck-ass sites. Go to a website that has true meaning, purpose, and class. Go to RadioGoneWild.com.
And from the moment you wake, you gotta stand up straight. Look at you now. You lost, now you're found. Look at you now. You lost, now you're found. When the daylight hits your eyes, it's no surprise. It's no surprise. It's no surprise. It's no surprise. And when the daylight hits your eyes, and when this feeling leaves you blind, and when the daylight hits your eyes, and when this feeling leaves you blind, it's no surprise. It's no surprise. It's no surprise. It's no surprise that you feel this way.